Well, here we are, December 12th. How are my Washingtonia robustas doing? So I have 4 of them. 2 are in pots right now, and they're doing fine. They will go in the garage in the event of some real cold weather. And I have 2 in the ground. This one was planted in June of 2021. So it did the first winter in the ground. Similar contraption, except it just had the top. It was much smaller than. It was kind of where that middle bar is. I just had the 2 panels that were on top. That's what was covering it. So we haven't really had anything that bad yet. I think the coldest we've seen is 29, and we've hit that maybe a couple times. As far as nights below freezing, just a handful, maybe 4, something like that. So far so good. Let's just get in here and have a look. That's the last remaining frond from 2021. The rest are all new from this year. And I'm in the Portland, Oregon area. And so there's the odd one that makes it. This one has been doing quite well. Generally you want to plant them full sun, well draining soil. This is not well draining soil, this is clay, but I actually kind of think it likes it because there's a lot of moisture in the ground. But as you can see, so far so good. And it has slowly been growing. The reason I have this is because our dampness tends to limit them. It hurts them, it kind of kills off the fronds. This one here is getting a little bit more water. You can see some spotting. So this is what you're gonna see. And that's from being exposed to the damp. We've had some rain. We've actually had more moisture lately. A lot of kind of foggy days, drizzly days, and they don't like that level of humidity in the winter. So last year I was very effective just having the top on. This time I built it with these walls a bit just because the growing point is still fairly low to the ground. Next year I'm not sure what I'm gonna do, but so far so good. And this is how I'm gonna leave it. No heat required, just rain shelter. And I have a feeling that the Canary Island date palm is probably the same. It's gonna fall under the same situation. I have one that I'm growing out. So we'll go take a look at the guy in the front. It's the Washingtonia robusta I planted this year and is completely unprotected. Here's the smaller Washingtonia robusta that I planted this year, totally unprotected. And that's how we're gonna leave it all winter. I think it suffered this summer from drought, even though I tried to water. You can see the browning on all the leaves. That's usually a clear indication they're not getting enough water. Just the water just drains away and it dries out so quickly. And I'm hoping that next year, when it's more established, it'll do a little bit better. I'm just looking at the fronds, seeing a little. You can see there's the odd spot here and there, and that's what happens with the moisture, and it's a real problem when it gets down into that growing point. I've had Washingtonia foliifera where they develop a fungus in that growing point and that kills them. So I have 2 more in pots as a replacement. I'm not really into protecting palms. I got that big one, but I don't want to be protecting a bunch of palms in my yard from moisture. Temperature is not really an issue. It's just a combination of the cold, wet. They do not like that. There you go. Growing slowly at this time of year.